Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this, your Capricorn January 2023 reading and forecast. Hi, I'm Nigel Saint James, clairvoyant. And if you might be interested to see what is involved in having a one-on-one clairvoyant reading with me from anywhere in the world, just check out the information that's in the description. Now, as the subscribers know, there are no video advertisements poking their way into this content, so you get to enjoy the experience uninterrupted. And I will say that if you haven't already seen your 2023 annual forecast, then you can find it on the playlist on my channel with a beautiful set of images. Now, the images here are sub-Saharan African, and I think they are just superb and trippy, and I think you'll enjoy them. So let's get it underway. We're going to take 5 cards because, as you know, they speak to us, and there's the 2 of coins, and they tell us everything that we need to know. There's the 9 of staffs. There's the shaman. What would the shaman be? I don't know what that is. Maybe the magician? I don't know. I'll have a look. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Could be the high priestess. Well, anyway, we'll see what there is in a second. See what the energy is. The titles don't matter. It is the energy that does matter. Now, and how they interact with one another. As you know, in my readings, there is the chief. Now, the chief there has a bit of a look of Grace Jones. Probably most of you are too young to remember Grace Jones. She was a very big pop star when I was a young man, which was about 1,000,000 years ago. I and the dinosaurs used to sit around listening to her. Now, finally, what is there? There is this here. Well, are you here? I think you are. You are whom? Young Gord. So you have a young man there to talk to you. So why don't you come now? Sit down here next to me. We'll have a good close look at the imagery on these cards together. Will I do the reading for you? Gee, I think you've had a busy and depleting year just gone past, haven't you? Which is why I'm coming to this first card, which is reflecting. It's not a sense of exhaustion, but it's reflecting. What am I getting from it that's here? Before I go too deeply into the imagery of it, let me deal first with the astrology, and that it is of the moon ruling the second decan of Sagittarius. But it's the number 9 here as well. This is the 9 of staffs, and I have a mystical association with the moon as well, with the number 9. So there's a double lunar influence, and the moon is about going within, going down, going deep. As the moon is ruling both the astrology and also the numerology. I think, though, that you have been showing great determination, strength of character, courage under fire, defending what you have worked for, and a belief in yourself. I think you've had to reach into yourself and discover new depths of strength and power that you never thought that you had. What you've shown is endurance. You've encountered obstacles, but you've had the strength to overcome them by digging deep within you. And you can be reassured that you do have now what is necessary to get by. Even in times of difficulty now or stress, inner strength is going to rise up within you and guide you to your goals. And in the process, you're going to learn more about yourself and your abilities, gaining a new all-round perspective, which is going to bring security and self-confidence. It's almost as if it's like a muscle. If you don't exercise it, then it doesn't become strong. And you have become very strong over the course of the last 12 months period. But here, let's have a look at this image here. Now, it looks to me like this painting has been inspired by the Egyptian god Heh. I know it sounds funny, which is an old kingdom in Egypt, god of time and eternity, whose name meant millions. Now, I guess that the easiest way to understand this. It also means like a dynamic eternity. I guess the easiest way to understand this is to think of static eternity as the totality of time, that is all of time which exists simultaneously instead of like in a line the way we understand it as occurring now. In fact, on the other side, it is all just an eternal present. But here on this plane, you can have the concept of a linear time as well. And that eternity consists of millions of cycles of seasons in a never-ending loop. Now, the god is often shown sitting with one knee up and holding two palm stems, which the hieroglyphic of which meant a year. And look at these two glowing staffs. Well, they mark the territory protecting the other staffs that have been acquired. Now look on top of his crown, there's a goose symbol there. Geese are known to be stable, fiercely protective. Do you know in ancient days the Romans used to use, in ancient Rome, the Roman legions and towns used to use geese as the watchdogs, because if any strangers came by, they'd put up a terrible racket. And they cooperate with one another. Now, the symbol of the goose is a reminder to have faith and trust in yourself and the awareness to know whether or not what you are guarding is actually worth fighting for. So I think that you are in the process of discovering your real strength now. You will experience your energy as going far beyond the boundaries that you thought existed. This is a key experience, the beginning of far-reaching inner and outer unfolding of your potential. So trust your inner guide. Now, you may want to take part in groups which can help you develop and unfold your potential. It could be training, upskilling. But I guess I'll ask you this question, though. Are you a little afraid of your own strength? And in what areas in your life does this fear come up? I would say to you, though, I'm just getting this here, is for you to pay attention to your dreams at this time, this start of the year, and come into January saying this to yourself for the year ahead. I know more and more clearly who I am. This recognition leads to the full development of my potential strength. Now I'm going to turn to the Capricorn energy on the horizontal here, and this is the Two of Coins, and I say it's the Capricorn energy because it is Jupiter, the great benefic of the zodiac, in the first decan of Capricorn, which you would understand, of course, to be the 23rd of December to the 2nd of January. Now, you might think that there's something inharmonious there because Jupiter can sometimes be a bit of a spendthrift, can sometimes exaggerate things, whereas you tend to play with a straight bat, I think, keep things in the middle of the road. But because this too is just behind the ace in its own suit, I don't think there's an astrological disharmony with that. Rather, I think January, your month, is one where I think that you should be going with the flow. The change coming in your life, and this is about harmonious change. I see movement and flux here, having a few ups and downs, growth through knowledge. Multitasking, a heavy workload, you'll be doing a lot. Those in sales may be organizing deliveries, I think, but you'll be enjoying your work, and that's a welcome change, isn't it? But the change is bringing you back into balance, and your well-being is going to be a lot better as a result. You see, with Jupiter in the picture, it's going to bring you good luck. And of course, having the Capricorn energy around here, this luck is going to cement your stability and security. And I think that when this too turns up, you can be in control, focused, aware, and balanced. Now, change can place you in an uncomfortable situation at times, which tests your core values, doesn't it? But I think you've had that over the last 12 months, and you have begun to discover what you align with. Thoughts, ideas, lifestyles, or spiritual beliefs. Change identifies your inner oppositions, your weaknesses, and your strengths, and it brings heightened awareness of how the law of cause and effect works. You are the creator of your life. When you create your individual reality, how will that affect the evolution of the collective as well as your own prosperity and security? Do you know when this too here arrives? It is time to be open and flexible. Change is coming, so don't fight it. Make it fun and creative. This energy symbolizes the creative problem solver, and that is you. Change is going to help you grow and expand. New ideas or an enterprise want to be birthed into form, and this energy brings a desire to be in control of your life and activities. It brings the gift of balancing and handling many situations at the one time. Now, this Two of Coins asks you, who and what do you align with, and what needs to be let go? This is the time to let go of things that no longer serve you. It indicates a turn of events, a transition, and great potential. It brings vitality to your body, shifting health issues to the positive. If you are experiencing trouble making decisions or finishing projects or giving an outer appearance that everything is great, but on the inside it's a mess, then just look at this energy here, look at this picture and understand it's normal to be moving forward. There's only one constant in life, and that is change. And for you, it means moving towards greater stability and success and security. Right, well, that's good news, isn't it? Not, well, let's have a look at this one. What's this? No, this is, what number is on it? 2. So that would ordinarily be the High Priestess, but here, and sensibly so, it is referred to as the Shaman, and I absolutely can connect with that. Now, the Shaman here is the maiden goddess in the cycles of the moon. She has a silent, mysterious power that can look into your soul. The shaman has deep wisdom and intuition. She contains all knowledge, but at a level that can only be expressed in symbols. See, this is the abstract knowledge from the other side. This can sometimes refer to psychic ability, I think, here. I'm going to pull it right away. She is the feminine principle that balances the masculine principle of the magician, incidentally. But I do see here that her number is 2, and that symbolizes balance and choices. Now, the shaman can pass back and forth between the worlds. And if you peel back the layers of your personal veil, which separates those worlds, you move deeper into your inner self, discovering your connection to the realm of spirit and soul memory. The shaman watches over the hidden knowledge, dreams, and what is beyond the seemingly obvious. She is the portal or channel for universal mysteries that lay hidden. She is the link between the seen and the unseen. And she balances the polarities of masculine and feminine, light and dark, spirit and matter, tapping into intuition and inherent knowledge. The shaman keeps these dualities in balance, understanding the continuous cycling and rebalancing of life forces and experiences. Now, one of her virtues is patience. She doesn't have to push anything. You don't need to push. She waits in the stillness of silence, listening for the whisper of the divine. Now, with the shaman, you realize All answers lie within you. She says to take time to dive deep into the stillness of your soul self and listen. Now, she holds the key to really universal knowledge, I suppose. Sometimes that's referred to as the Akashic Records, which just seems to be a fancy way to me of saying universal knowledge. And she has the gift of knowing how to channel into the collective memory of the past, present, and future. Remember, all time is an eternal present. It's an illusion, in a sense, that it passes. Now, these stars in the background here, I think they contain the universal secrets, answers, and mysteries that are available to you through prayer or meditation, dreams, even with just going out and being in nature and the higher self. Her message is to trust your inner self and intuition, and she brings harmony and balance to situations that have been out of sync. She represents the beginning of creative cycles. She brings time for self-reflection and integrating opposing aspects of the self. The shaman signals a time of going within, experiencing your dark, mysterious self-balancing that experience with your conscious self. Understanding and honoring both realms can unveil the portal to the inner oasis of your soul. Now we should have a look at this lady, who is the chief. What's her number? IV4. Well, ordinarily that would be called the Emperor, but I like the idea of this being a lady chief. I like this deck, actually. Now let's have a look at the picture here. Look, the chief's armor is adorned with large diamonds, representing divine guidance, love, and the strength to charge forward with any endeavor that she wishes. Now, on each shoulder rests the intensely magnetic energy of two women who balance the masculine with divine feminine wisdom. Now, a proper leader, of course, is not simply brash in their command. Empathy and sympathy are powerful tools and essential to the charisma and trust that a leader like the chief must build with their people. Now, the fur of wild game around the shoulders not only provides warmth and protection, but is also a reminder to stay grounded with gratitude for all you have been blessed to have acquired. Now, you may well be called upon to be something of a mediator during this period here, because I think that the chief here is a mediator, balancing the forces between the realm of the spirit with the material world. Now, the number 4, as I say, it represents aspects in the physical world, 4 directions, 4 seasons, 4 elements, 4 phases of the moon, 4 basic geometric figures such as the line, the square, the circle, and the triangle. There are many more. 4 represents completion and then starting something new from a strong foundation. Now, the chief protects her kingdom by creating a strong and solid foundation, a safe, secure place where you can think and balance emotions and thought rather than reacting from just a survivalist position. You know, the chief here guides you to find your personal power and leadership abilities because others are going to perceive you as being a leader. Now, remember when you were young, your innocence and vulnerability were influenced by the rules and traditions of your family structure and society. And when you grew a little older, a personal code began to develop and your personal power came into play. As a young adult, you began questioning limiting beliefs and patterns that didn't fit your principles. By recognizing and living what is true to your heart and soul self, you gain your personal power. Now, the chief's yin energy here gives you vision and vitality to start new projects or to express new ideas. She teaches you how to set boundaries and how to develop your gifts and talents. She shows you how to empower others in a positive way, which in turn empowers you. The chief brings a new dawn to express your gifts and ideas and to experience life to the fullest. The chief is full of adventure, wanting to travel and explore the world. Her energy is high and ready to move. Use the wisdom of the chief and honor what your heart speaks true. Build new, solid, strong, and secure foundations in your life. Tap into your personal power and explore your potentials, igniting new ideas. The chief reminds you to maintain your personal boundaries. Her gifts to you are skills, fairness, stability, drive, power, and high self-confidence. Now, where does that take us to? Let's have a move over here. Thanks, Chief. We've done this, lady. We did that. We did that. So they all mix in together, don't they? They all interlock with one another, which is not surprising. Look at the way that you may not be able to pick that up on the camera, the way the artist has put melanation on this stuff. And this person is, incidentally, okay, the young gourd. A gourd, of course, is usually a clay vessel or receptacle for holding liquids, generally water. So water is in here, lots of water around here. And he's not the king, so he's the son of the king. Now, he is the celestial seeker of the subconscious. His goal is to bridge the spiritual realm of air with the watery realms of the heart and emotions. He is sensitive and intuitive with a highly developed imagination. Now, this young man uses his... Now, incidentally, this can be gender neutral, so it's male or female or in between, whatever you choose. Now, he uses his imagination in a creative and magical way, tapping into the deepest parts of his emotions, expanding his heart chakra. Sacred love is his motivation. Love gives him angelic wings to ascend towards the source. And on his quest, he dives deep, discovering the depths of the inner self. Now, I think what he does is he acts from his heart, from a place of truth with kindness and authenticity. He glows with deep love that shines out to all he touches. This is going to be very much the image of you during this period. You realize, don't you? You're going to have a great degree of magnetism and charisma with you during this period. He is the highest example of the ideal of holding up the noble ideals of love and protection. Now, the challenge with him is to bring together the heart and mind in balance with spirit. Through the stillness of meditation, he is able to bridge these energies, embracing a deeper understanding of his purpose in life. Now, if his emotions and intellect become muddled, if his emotions and intellect, if they become mixed up together, then his actions can bring unrealistic ideas that lack focus and feelings that can turn insecure or temperamental. So be aware of that. And his imagination can turn illusionary, taking him off course from his intended quest. So stay grounded. Now, the This character here and the Archangel Gabriel energies are one and the same. Gabriel speaks to the hearts of people. Gabriel assists in channeling and prophetic dreams. Gabriel symbolizes feelings and the power of love. His element is water, just as this element is water. And he holds the chalice of everlasting love. Gabriel is the messenger of love from the Creator. And when this person here enters your life, as he has done, he can indicate a journey over water. Or you may have a spiritual calling to take a journey or trip to some sacred ancient places. He also brings romantic love. He can represent the coming or going of emotions as well. Now, this young man asks you to follow your heart and listen to the messages in your dreams in January. He indicates that there could be some heightened psychic awareness of you or prophetic dreams, so listen to the dreams. It is a time for trust and exercising your intuitive thoughts and ideas into your life. Maybe explore your creativity through the arts if you don't want to do that. You could also do it in business, work. That's creative, isn't it? I think so. Now, he inspires you to open your heart chakra. He encourages you to meditate, connecting the energies of the heart with the higher self. This young man brings romance, sex, love, and kindness, as well as new relationships, the deepening of existing relationships, new experiences and proposals. And he asks you to honor the true path of the heart. So have an open and courageous heart that at all times remains compassionate, won't you? Well, I say that is really a fantastic spread of cards for you. Good job, you. Well, if you're like me, I think you will find the imagery on these cards striking and captivating. Now, I know that this is going to be a good month for you, so well done and all the best to you for 2023. Now, remember this until I see you next time, and it is this, that you are a legend, and I look forward to seeing you again next month. And until then, it's bye for now.